Drivers, start your engine!
All right, folks, engines hot, minds clear. No drugs, no beer. And for the love of racing, keep your fucking lungs out of this. We hit the grid, lights go down. Revolt racing are hitting the town. Tires burn like truth in the mic. Gavin, your commentator, calls it clean, calls it right. Fuel in our veins, but not that kind. No drugs, no beer, just keep your mind fucking clear. This ain't a circus, it's a serious track. No cheats, no mums, no looking back. Go full throttle, no fear in sight. No high but the speed, no wrong with the right. Grip the wheel like it's life or death. Drive so hard, forget to catch breath. The league where the rules are tight, but the racing is raw every Wednesday night. We rise, we roar, no time to stall. We race with honor or not at all. From Monza Lights to Suzuka's twist, one wrong move, you're off the list. But we ride clean, precision sharp, no backroom deals, just battle hardened hearts. Gavin's voice cuts through the noise. That's a penalty, mate, don't throw like fucking the toys. No nonsense, no fake respect. This is Revolt, what you see is what you get. It's simple, lads, no drugs, no alcohol. And seriously, no sleeping with each other's mothers. Let's keep it civil, yeah! We go! Full throttle, no fear in sight. No high but the speed, no wrong with the right. Put the wheel like it's life or time so hard, forget to catch breath. Revolt's the creed, the code we call. No shortcuts here, we give it our all. So raise yours, drop that gear. This is Revolt, this is our year. This is Revolt, this is our year. Play racing! Back it up! Start your engines! Start your engines! Start your fucking engine!
Drivers, start your engine!
And off they go. We'll just let them settle down before I get on board. I just want to get the telemetries all set. The Kelly kid has taken the lead from Gareth, and Jackal behind that, Mazza behind him, Ben Wally behind him in the goal box. Oh, virtual safety car already. Yeah, there's about a 47% chance that was going to happen, so you've ticked that box, guys. I don't know who was involved there. I'm just going to see if there's any broken wings or damage. See who goes into the pits. But if you have a look at the tyre situation here, everybody's on hards apart from Jackal, Mazza, Ben Wally, GoBox, Pulley and Sneaky Loser. They're all on the mediums. So quite a few different strategies. Some of them are going for the longer stint at the beginning. But they're back to racing speed here, and I'm just going to jump on board with Fake Scouser. He's chasing down GoBucks and Ben Wally here. Maverick has left this session. I'll just see if I can get him back in. Kelly Kidd, 1:33.921, fastest lap. Mazza gets a 3-second time penalty for multiple track warnings. He'll not like that. I'm going to jump on board with Mischief. He's in a little battle here with Smoke. So let's see if he can catch up with these guys. Prox has got a 3-second penalty there for multiple track warnings. So the penalties have started in lap 3. Fastest lap so far is Gareth, 120.42. Now we're going to have a look at the position changes. The biggest winner so far is Harry. He's up to 12th place, or up into 12th, so he's gained 6 positions, with Smoke and Mischief gaining 3, and the biggest loser so far is Black Box at 9 down. Sneaky Loser has also dropped down 5. So they've got a work cut out for them tonight as we approach lap 5. We're coming up shortly of 29 laps here in Australia. Whoa! Nearly tapped the back of him there, but Mischief got that under control. But he has pace and he's wanting to make a move quite quickly here. He wants to get into some clean air and get some consistently fast laps in. So a right old battle going on here for 5th, 6th, 7th. That's GoBucks, Fake Scouser and Ben Wally all battling it out. So we've got an Alpine, a McLaren and a Haas giving it loads. We're on board with a helicopter. Good evening, pilot of the helicopter. How are you doing this evening? I'm not doing so bad, sir. I'm finding it a wee bit hard keeping up with Gareth Money Mad and Kelly Kidd, but we've got her under control here. Some people call me the Mad Irishman. I think they would be absolutely correct to do so. Riding on board with Ben Wally. Ben started this race nice and steady. P9 is not too bad a position to get. He's right up to P7 now. Hits that DRS, gets a wee bit slippery round there, but he gained a lot of time there. Whoa, he gets round there. As they come rushing up to this right-hander, can anyone make a move going into the pits, or are they going to make a move on the start-finish line? They're all in DRS, so these moves are becoming harder and harder. Most important to have the battery and the charge well charged up, because moves are going to be difficult. So we're going to see if there's any moves along here. There's somebody coming out the outside there. Forgive me, guys, but there's some names in here tonight I don't know, so I'm struggling a little, as always, but it's an age thing. I'm 61, coming 80. But I've got the heart of an 18-year-old, and I'm not going to miss too much of this, so I'm going to bounce right up to this Kelly Kid and Jackal. Gareth somehow has got himself down into P6. Not too sure what happened there, but he's also just got himself a 3-second warning. We've had a DNF from Maverick and a DNF from Prox, so that's unfortunate for those two guys. Badger says he best go then. I presume that means to his funeral. Oh, Harry is also DNF'd. He's had enough. Prox has had enough. But Kelly Kidd has got himself quite an interval here. He's now 3 seconds ahead, and he's well out of the DRS zone. But Fake Scouser's having a go here. He's in this McLaren, and he's chasing down his teammate Mazza. Teammate on track, but not teammates. In fact, definitely not teammates. Round this left-hander. And I would say there'll be a move made here because I think he's got the DRS. So I'm going to stay on board with Fake Scouser to see if he can make that move along this fast part of the Australian track in Albert Park. He just doesn't have an awful lot of battery left, but he does have DRS. But if that's enough to pull him round the right-hand side, good. But I don't think it has. So he's going to need to just recharge, settle down, and be patient to make the move. GoBucks gets a 3-second penalty, multiple track penalties. Oh, that's a late break. Has he got himself some damage? Yeah, he has. I think he's... Is he limping? No, he seems to have both of his... Oh, they're both going into the pits. Let's hope there's no rear damage there. Guys, don't get too stressed about it, because I'll tell you what, I've been commentating 2 nights previously to this, and there's been an awful lot of this tapping. And it's just because we're not used to the amount of brake pressure we need to put on, or not so much the pressure, but we need to brake earlier. It's just a feature of the F1 game in 2025. But up to now, nobody's got the 10-second penalty for the speeding in the pit lanes, so they've obviously got that sorted. Gaz C7 has got himself a drive-through for some reason. I'm not too sure why he got that. But I'm going to hop on with Mischief here because he's close. We've got another virtual safety car. The bass playing pirate, Badger 86, is on a smoke break. Yes, I took a quick smoke there. Yes, I did, sir. Thanks for the message. It's great to have a wee bit of company on the Twitch. And thank you very much for viewing. But we're in a safety car situation here. And I'll just get this coffee on the table. And I'll get myself prepared for the rest of this race. Gaz C7 gets a multiple warning under safety car situation, so that was careless. He'll be cross at himself for that. But we're on board with Kelly, and I think he is going to start this next session off, obviously in P1. So he'll back everybody up and he'll try and catch them sleeping. He'll weave and duck and dive and try and put those people behind him off, so that he tries to get a bit of an advantage. When's he going to go? Right now, off he goes. But he has Jackal right on his back. Let's ride on Jackal. He's in that Ferrari and he wants a bit of P1. Oh, Gaz gets a disqualified. Oh, Gaz C7 was disqualified from the session, it says. What in the name of God happened there? Ignoring the safety car. But anyway, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 DNFs so far. They're whittling down rightly, so we've only got 12 drivers left here in Australia. But Kelly Kidd holds that lead, but he's not enjoying the 3-second lead that he had previous to the safety car. So, but he is on fire. Let's just ride on board with Kelly and watch his skill. He's not using racing line anymore, so hats off to this guy. This is brave. Oh, Aaron gets himself a 3-second penalty. The penalties are starting to chalk up here. But Kelly's away. There was a caution there. But they're back to racing speed, and we're on board with Sneaky Loser. He's in this Red Bull in P10. He's chasing down the little Aaron in the Ferrari and takes him comfortably here. That was a nice move. Oh, he went way wide there. Just a bit late on those brakes, and he's lost a lot of time. But I'm going to jump on with Fake Scouser here. Oh, they're in a terrible battle. Ribs gets a 3-second penalty. Ribs, you'll be unhappy about that one, sir. But just check out these battles. There's 2 or 3 battles going on. Look at this one. Riding on board with Smoke. He's tracking down Ribs. He's in 4th position. But they're not letting Kelly Kidd run away with this race. They're staying on in with this DRS zone. So this is going to be a DRS train for as long as they can keep it. Plenty of battery left, so they should be able to manage to keep it together and keep this train going. These guys should pull away now. Kelly Kidd gets a 3-second warning. He won't want that because he's in P1. And if he comes to the end of the race and it's close, that could really go against him. So Kelly Kidd now needs to get his thinking cap on, and he needs to say to himself, I need to pull away here, and that looks exactly what he's going to do. Black box 119.224. That's the fastest lap of the race. Oh, there was a touch there. There was a touch between Jackal and Ribs there. Thankfully, there was not too much damage or carnage. But here we go. Here's an inside move going on, and he makes it successfully. He'll slam those brakes on. He'll keep that kick of Ribs behind him, and he puts himself up in the P3. Well done, Smoke. That was a great move. You're now in P3 as he takes that left-hander and then lines up the next guy. He's got 80% the battery, and he's got DRS, so I expect another move. And I like to see Smoke going up into P2 here, but he didn't go for it this time. He's doing the patient thing. On the Fake Scouser, he's in the McLaren and he's chasing down Mischief and Ribs. Watching them coming around this corner, everybody's keeping it clean. Everybody's within the DRS zone of each other. So we've got ourselves some very, very fast laps going on. A sneaky loser gets himself a 3-second penalty. Another unhappy driver. The bass player Parrot says he's glad he's not stewarding this one. Yeah, I would tend to agree with you, sir. It's been a wee bit messy. That was an unfortunate situation with Gaz Minimad. He went into the back of the other McLaren. I think he thought initially it was a bit of a brake check, but I don't think it really was. That's just my own personal opinion. I think it's just everybody's being very cautious on the brakes to try and make sure they don't overrun the corners. I'm not sure, not my call anyway, but unfortunate situation. But Kelly's doing exactly what it says in the box, and that is pulling away from the P2 position of Jackal, and he's now stretched that to over 2.5 seconds. So there's a battle going on between Ribs and Smoke. And Jackal obviously in front of that. So here goes a cracking battle. Badger says, yeah, damn straight. Would be nice to see who we're upset though. From my experience, these guys aren't too difficult to upset. I think it's a good idea to turn the chat off after a race and then turn it on the following day when everybody cools down. Because a lot of people say things in anger. But we're on with Jackal, because I think Jackal's going to have a go here at Smoke. He's in the Ferrari, he's got 60% the battery, he's on the DRS. But Smoke's holding off really, really well. But I don't think he's going to be able to hold on for too long, because Jackal is showing quite a bit of pace here. But it's just down to the good driving of Smoke and protecting his line and defending at the moment that's keeping him in front. Bar that, this Ferrari seems to have pace. Black Box has left the session. So down to 11 drivers. I'm Gavin Bass, one. We're in Australia, and this is the Revolt Racing League. He thought about it, and then he said, nah, I'll wait till the next one. The next one's coming right up, but I don't think he'll do it here. I think he's just gathering his battery up, and he's going to make a move on the start-finish line. Ben gets himself a 3-second penalty while I'm talking. Sorry to see that, Ben. But you're doing well. You're in P7. But here we go. Let's see what he's got along this straight. Oh, again, he was going to make the move, but he didn't want to dive bomb him up the right-hand side. So that's mannerly driving. Badger's keeping me busy on the chat, which is really appreciated because I love a wee bit of chat. And Badger says, Gavin, you said it. Best not hard to upset these guys. Yes, Badger, they're very, very, very fickle. You know, I do say it on a lot of my streams. There are certain people that play this game and call it a game. Sometimes when there's an incident they say, oh, chill out guys. I'm just going to have a look here at this pass. What a lovely pass it is too. That's a beautiful pass. Well done. Lots of patience there. And he used his patience to make that move and makes it successfully. But the penalties are building up here. Fake Scouser's got 6 time seconds, and Little Aaron has got 6 seconds. Everybody else showing penalties there are on 3, with Kelly Kid in 3. But he's done the magical thing and he's pulled away by it more than 3 seconds. So he's trying to secure P1 despite that penalty. I'm going on with Mischief because he's having a close battle here. He thought about making the move there as well. Badger's saying who's going to have the win. I honestly believe it's going to be Kelly Kidd. Kelly seems to have it going completely right here. He seems to have his setup right. It's going to be down to the strategies here. Pooley gets himself a 3-second penalty for multiple track warnings. So quite a mix of tyres on this, and also the stop situation. It's a bit of an equal playing field now because everybody's on one stop. But little Aaron is on 2-lap-old mediums, so he'll probably gather a bit of space once everybody takes another pit stop. But it's a full circle. They'll then gather it back again. So I'm on board with this racing bull of Mischief, and he's doing his damnedest. He doesn't need to do any damnedest now. He's got clean air. The fake Scouser goes into the pits, so that puts Mischief into 5th place. Smoke's going to have a go here. This is the Williams riding on board with Smoke. And he's chasing down Jackal. I don't think I've done commentary before with Jackal, but by God, he's a good racer. He's got himself into a nice P2 position, but can he hold it? Lap 19 of 29 laps. Yeah, you're right. The bass playing pirate. Nice to see you're a musician. I'm also a musician. I'm a saxophone and guitar player with a little bit of keyboards. Used to do it semi-professionally. Now I'm just a retired old git commentating on P1 or F1. Just had to put some power into my controller there as the battery dies. My PlayStation 5 controller is running out of battery really quickly these days. I think I might have to buy a new one. Might have to have a look in the wife's purse and see if there's any spare dollars in there. But we're not talking about dollars here. Kelly's made another pit stop, so he's on the mediums. He's on the fresh mediums. So P1's now Jackal, and Smoke is definitely trying his best to chase him down, but he's finding it difficult. Yeah, the mediums won't last. The hards don't really last either. Some of these races that I've been commentating in the last 2 or 3 days have been 2 and 3 stops. But Smoke's pulling in, and he's going to make a move. If he doesn't do it here, oh, he just gets a wee bit too far to the left there. Can we see Smoke take P1? I would love to see it. No disrespect to Jackal, but I'd love to see everybody battling. He's going to go into the pits, so he's making his move. A lot of guys are going into the pits. The one that surprises me is Ben Wally has got 13 laps out of those hard tyres, and he's still in 3rd position, even though that doesn't really mean an awful lot, because let's just have a look at those stops once again. Quite a few have made their 2nd stop, but there's quite a few guys out there still in 1 stop, so whenever they all pan out, it's going to be really interesting to see where they all come. The Kelly Kidd's got himself up into P5. So riding on board on the Alpine with Kelly Kidd. He's the guy driving with no assists and no line. So this is interesting. Look at the pace. He's making this look easy. And he's going to make a move here. He's going to tap that DRS button and he's going to say goodbye to Pooley. Or is he? No. He's only got 24% of the battery left. So he's going to just tune that battery up a wee bit more and he's going to make a move. But he's in no rush as long as he just holds those steady, fast laps. Smoke gets another... Oh, Smoke gets a 3-second penalty. Jackal, you're in good shape at the moment because you've got no penalties. And that's a credit to you, sir. There's only 2 people on the track at the moment with no penalties, and that's P10 of Mischief and P1 of Jackal. So it'll be really, really interesting to see how this all pans out, especially with the penalty situations as we come close to the end of this race. We're on P22, lap 22 of 29 here in Albert Park, Australia, with the Revolt Racing League, and I'm Gavin Bass 1. No kangaroos are killed so far. The only people dead are Black Box, Gareth, Mini Mad, Go Box, Harry, Prox, Maverick and Gaz C7. They're all dead and gone to heaven. Bless you, my sons. Father Gavin. So Jackal's enjoying this lead at the moment of 6 seconds. And little Aaron just gets himself another 3-second penalty. So these penalties are starting to chalk up here. Aaron's got 9, Fake Scouser's got 6, and Smoke's got 6. So the people that are really, really ticking the boxes here are Jackal and Mischief, and that will stand by them come the end of this race. Let's have a look at those pit stops again. So still a few people on 1 stops. But I'm going to ride on board with Smoke because he's in a battle and he's chasing down Fake Scouser. He's got loads of battery left here too. Aaron gets himself another penalty. Aaron, you're going to get a dartboard score here. Prox is low pro. Think I prefer Prox. Low pro. Okay, Low Pro. Hi, Low Pro. And thanks, Badger, for letting us know. Or the bass player. But we're right on board with Smoke here. And Smoke is rightly badgering Fake Scouser here on lap 23. And I think we're going to see a move here. Yes, he's going to the right-hand side. Oh, but he backs off. That's very respectful. I've seen many a boy just pressing on there. So that's good racing. But I'm not so sure Fake Scouser can hold the next one off because the distance between the 2 cars is minimal. And if Smoke can keep this really close going round this left-hander and into the right-hander, he will be on the box of Fake Scouser in that McLaren. And I would say you're going to see a position change possibly now. But Fake Scouser has lots of battery to defend himself, and he does so, flicking it nicely into that right-hander and straightening it out onto this straight as he approaches 182 miles per hour before he slams into that right-hander and takes all of the apex gently on the throttle round this left-hander so he doesn't slip, and he's got that beautiful. Fake Scouser is driving beautifully. But he's got Smoke on his tail, and we're coming into this DRS zone again, and he's got loads of battery. Jackal still holds the lead, and he still holds a clean sheet, as does Mischief. But he's playing the patient game. He definitely is. He's building up that battery for the last 3 or 4 laps, and he's going to attack. That is for certain. There's a lot of separation on the track now, so there's not really any battles going on apart from this one, but we've got ourselves a safety car. Why? Wow. Where did the safety car come from there? I keep missing these. But everybody's jumping into the pits. This could be a fortunate move for some people as they pit. They're going to go on the last set of tyres for the last 4 laps. They're sticking the softs on, I bet you. No, they're putting mediums on. That's strange. I would have put softs on. 4 laps on softs, I think, would have done the trick. I'm not too sure. What do you think, Badger? What do you think, bass playing parrot? Here in Albert Park, and the safety car is going to come in now. So I'm going to ride on board with Kelly Kid. It's down to Jackal now to set this pace. But as I said, Jackal, all he needs to do is concentrate in keeping that car in between the white lines. I hope I don't curse him, but by goodness, he has driven a clean race. And he is going to be driver of the day for me if he can win this race. And also do it with a clean sheet, no penalties. A big shout out also goes out to a colleague and friend of Mischief in P7. He also raced a clean race, and I hope he's rewarded with a podium because of that, because it's not easy. And off he goes, and Kelly Kid's right on it, but Jackal's no slouch, and Jackal goes for it. He'll not really care, I don't think, apart from pride, if Kelly Kid takes him. But Kelly Kid's never in this world going to overtake and make a 3-second gap here. So Kelly also needs to keep that in mind. Kelly Kid might not even end up on the podium here. The safety cars have dogged a few people here, there's no doubt about that. So they're all pretty much bunched together, but I'm going to have to stay on with Ben Wally here. Ben's trying his damnedest to get onto the back of Kelly Kid. Ben will be absolutely delighted with P3 on the track here. Will not know to the end of the race because my miles is crap and I just don't know what was. There's that many penalties, I can't really work it out. But I'm really hoping that Mischief doesn't do any or make any mistakes in this final couple of laps, or final lap as we come round the last right-hander under the start finish to cross the line for the final wrap of our Australian Grand Prix Albert Park with Revolt Racing League on a Wednesday night. And I'm Gavin Bass 1 and I'm loving this tonight. This is brilliant racing. Smoke gets a 10-second penalty. There's that speeding in the pit lane. There's a bit of touchy-feely out front. Watch it, guys. Watch it. That Ferrari of Jackal got done by Kelly Kid, but I'm not too sure what exactly happened. I'll have to watch that back in my stream. But there was a touch. Thankfully, it didn't knock Jackal off into the outside of the track boundaries, because that just might have been enough to put him over the line to give him a penalty. So he just wants to cruise in here. But can he, for pride, take P1 as we come round to the end? And we're going to ride on board with Kelly Kid and welcome these leaders on the track through to the end of the race. So Kelly Kid's got position 1 on the track. Jackal is cross, I think, but he's trying hard, but he needs to keep his patience as he gets a little top air from Ben Wally. And I think Ben, maybe, I don't know, but I saw carbon flying everywhere. Maybe it was just the tyre rubber. But over the line he goes. On track, Kelly Kid gets P1, Jackal 2, Ben Wally 3, Pulley 4, Fake Scouser 5, Ribs 6th. And that were the track positions here in Albert Park in Australia. Fake Scouser gets 7th. So I'm really looking forward to seeing the final leaderboard to see if my predictions came right. And I hope the people that kept the race clean were awarded the win. And there it is, as I said. And there's the game statistics. Black Box gets the fastest lap. Driver of the day, Mischief. Sneaky Loser gets the most overtakes. Cleanest driver is Mischief. And the race winner, we know who all that was. We know who it was. It was Jackal. So Jackal wins the race. Kelly Kid gets 2nd. Ben Wally gets 3rd. Mischief gets a 4th position. And Pulley 5th. Ribs in 6th. Fake Scousers in 7th. Mazza gets an 8th. And Sneaky Loser gets 9th position. And 10th is Smoke FX. Little Aaron didn't finish, and neither did the rest of them behind. So there you have it, guys. Thank you very, very much for having me along tonight. That was a fun race, apart from the safety cars. And my driver for the day is definitely Jackal. He took on the complete race and didn't get one penalty. So that's a great achievement, and that goes to my driver of the day. A big shout out to Kelly Kidd. That's his first race with all the assists off. And a massive shout out to both the friends of mine in my Discord, that Ben Wally and Mischief keep me active during the day. And well done for your P3 and P4. Thank you very, very much for a super race. Thank you guys for supporting me and keeping me busy, and thanks for your rewarding comments on Twitch, congratulating me on a great stream. Guys, it's the encouragement that you give me and the positive feedback that come from you on Twitch and in your Discord channels that make me tick. When I know I'm being enjoyed, I'll put my 100% into it and hopefully give you guys great commentary coming into the new season in this Revolt Racing League F1. So on that note, I am going to have to say goodbye to you all. I really enjoyed it. Have an enjoyable rest of the week, and also keep her fully lit, boys. Keep her fully lit. That's the most important thing. Again, thanks to everybody, and good night.
Takes the win, never look back. Kelly's close second on the leader's track. Then Wally roared in with a champion's heart. All three tearing second apart. It's a racing revolution while a roar. So here's to the racers and the fire they bring in the land of thunder where the engines sing. With Gavin Cole in every twist and fight, we'll remember this race every Aussie night.